Hello, everyone. Hey, Darcy.
Hi.
Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to Awakened Positive Power, where Darcy Marta, beautiful Darcy Marta,
Beautiful.
and
That's
myself, Jemima Godsall, talk to you regarding issues surrounding depression, mental health awareness, and suicide prevention through awareness. As you sound a little teary, I don't know if you can see if I'm a little teary, but I am. Yes, it's another whirlwind, people. Hello, hello. Those of you who do follow. It's always something, isn't there? There can be. But I am feeling vulnerable. Das, just get on and talk about this. Das is such a beautiful Das. You are such amazing support and have great input and advice and guidance and techniques too are I don't know, priceless. So
Thank you,
thank you,
Jemima.
and
You're
thank you for
welcome.
encouraging, yeah, to talk. I feel pretty emotional right now because um, I'm finding the more I'm sober, I'm a recovered drug addict for 2 years. Yay. But the more I'm sober, um, the more I'm finding how brain damaged I am. And I was a active drug addict, particularly for the last 7 years, of shooting up and doing lots of nasty things. So it's inevitable, guys. So please just don't pick up. I know if you try it once, put it down. But it's inevitable that I'll have this, but I'm finding that I'm practicing what I'm preaching. You see Darcy and I in my blog, it's about, integrating positivity into our life, how we shift things from negative to positive. And I'm finding my practice is weak because my damaged, chemically damaged brain is I don't know if I could heal it. That's what I'm scared of. I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to heal it because it's chemically fucked. Like it's like acid's been poured on it, and it's fragile, and I don't know if it can be fixed. And I don't want to take drugs to fix it. I mean, the irony in that, I don't want to take pharmaceuticals to fix it. I take what I can in terms of evening primrose oil and I ashwagandha and other beautiful things, but it's personally I think it's not helping, but I'm scared to get off them too because what if it is? What if it is helping?
It'll get even
Yeah,
worse.
it'd be even worse. It'd be fantastic. No, I mean, guys, the fantastic thing is like the awareness helps a lot, but it also is a double-edged sword in a way because I am so aware of it. It's like, why can't I just commit to that, to put it practicing what I'm preaching? And I'm not saying like everyone has bad days. I get it. But I mean, I'm really seeing, really being consciously aware of thinking my brain ticks and I go dark and deep, like boom. And I feel like extremely paranoid and back to where I was in the last 7 years of my addiction, which is mentally, it was bad. It was just bad. And it goes there and it's freaking me out a little um, that it's come to the forefront how chemically messed up I've put myself in this situation, and can I get out of it? Anyway, it does help me. Rescue me!
Rescue me too. I gotta say, though, every time we have these conversations, it helps me too. It
Thank
really
you.
does. I really, truly, truly appreciate your vulnerability, Jemima, and your desire to help others by putting yourself out there and your struggle out there. It's really, such a gift. It is such a gift to so many people, to myself and to others who are watching, that you are going, wow, this is my struggle, everybody. And it just really shows to others that,
They're not alone.
we all struggle, we do. It's whether we're willing to cop to it or become self-aware enough to say, I have to be the one in charge of my healing.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to do that by reflecting on myself. So I just want to tell you that, of course, you're going to be able to heal from this. Absolutely.
But don't you think?
I
Well,
mean,
I
you can,
just can I just stop there? I'm sorry.
yeah,
I haven't
no, that's right. Okay.
even started, but I just feel that there is a scientific proof that damage can be done, and how can it? Anyway, I'll let you talk. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're about to
That's
tell
all
me.
right. I get it. I totally get it. This is the problem with, gosh, getting diagnosed and,
Western.
and Western medicine. get that from a doctor, if we get it from a web, it's what they call is my internet unstable?
Yes.
No, it's what they, okay, it's a little unstable. So when you get a diagnosis or you get a piece of information, it doesn't have to be your life sentence.
Yeah, okay.
What that is you want to look at that more as a diving board, a springboard, a jumping board, a trampoline into a new awareness. Mm-hmm. Don't decide that it's a, it's a walk the plank down into the depths and there you go, you're done. It's more of a springboard into your new awareness. So yeah, you might have had some brain damage. Let's start. Can you from it? Absolutely. Will you work?
Hold on, Darcy, you're cutting out and you're saying some really good stuff. Okay. We're cutting out in and out. Do you want to let me just think. Can you turn your camera off for a minute and see if that's clear, but keep talking? Because sometimes when the camera's off and you keep talking, it's really good.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like stop your video, but keep your microphone. Yeah. So there you go. Just talk now and see if you break up.
Okay. How about this? Am I a little clearer now? Is it
yeah,
better?
You're perfect now. Yeah, it's really good. And then we'll turn it back on in like a minute or two just to see if it fixes it, because we want to see
if it kind of reboots it. Okay. So what I'm saying is, can you heal from this situation? Absolutely, you can. Will you be the person you were when you were? Probably not. Will you be a different person? Absolutely. Could that be a great thing? Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to decide that the important issue here is healing, not how you're healing, not what the conditions of that healing are, but the idea that you are healing. And then we can start to let that evolve into the place it's going to be for you. Okay?
Can you turn your screen back on now?
The idea.
And see if you're still. Okay. You look beautiful.
So did you follow me with that?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Beautiful. Did you follow me with that concept? Totally. Okay. So we have to you have to redefine healing for yourself. Okay. So people have terrible accidents. They have difficulties, things that happen to them physically, their body.
Das, we lost you again. You have to put yourself off the screen. There you go. If you just put your face off.
I seem to have great
yeah, it's a really good conversation.
Internet.
Yeah. 100%.
I guess if we
you got some really good information. Sure. Turn your face off again and talk, because it was better that way. Like doesn't use as many whatevers.
Okay.
We love.
Do you want to pause?
I can pause, but it's on your end. Because it's on your end, so it doesn't really help. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I have all the bandwidth on my end.
Okay, so okay, so me too. So let's just keep talking.
Okay. So am I breaking up still?
Sometimes not. But right now,
no. Okay.
Okay.
So we go back.
So Das,
now I may
turn your face off for the moment, and then we'll. Sorry, guys, we don't want to miss this conversation. And go. There you go. Go for it.
All right. So this is one of my absolute favorite conversations. It's what is healing? What is healing? So you might know somebody accident or difficulty, right? And they're going to have to heal from it. And they're not going to be the same. But the healing is going to happen in body, mind, and spirit. Your wisdom, your compassion, your understanding of the way the world works is so much more sophisticated now than before. You've become this different person, this amazing different person who's gone through this difficulty. And that is priceless. And so to
But
accept the fact that no, you're not going to be the same as you were when you were 20 or 30. You are going to be who you are now. And your healing journey is what is the priceless event that you are working with right now. So we want to just embrace that first. Just embrace that idea first. That how do you want to define healing with what you are left with? You know, if you're left without an arm, are you going to allow yourself to heal? Or are you going to wallow in the despond of the fact that you don't have the arm?
okay, can I ask a question then? If I am left with psychosis of paranoia and insecurity, how do I heal with that? Like when it jumps in consistently and seems to like suffocate all my work. Like it's very difficult to see how to not, I don't want to say beat it because I want to be friends with it. I have something to let, you know, work with it. But how does one take that sort of mental fucking, pardon, I'm sorry, mental disability, disablement to be able to rise up? And I know it may still be with me for the rest of my life. That's okay. But how do I can't even work with it right now because it slaps me and it grabs me at the most weird times. Like I can be, it's like an anxiety attack. You never know what's going to happen. You know, it's that sort of thing. And I'm just, and it ruins me. And my personality will change. I'll suddenly be this insecure, scary, freaking, I got to get out of here type person. And I'm not quite sure what else to do.
Okay, I think there's a couple of things going on in there personally.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to you thinking there's a couple of things. So one of the things is you got to really practice mindfulness with this. You got to really understand your energy flow through your body. Be really great to do some chakra meditations to make sure your chakras are open, that your energy flow is coming up and out of your body. You know, you're going through menopause. That's exacerbating a lot of things.
It's just to top off people.
So but that also can amplify this stuff a lot. And so when the fear comes up, our body wants to tense against it, right? And when we tense against it, we end up going back to our ingrained way of dealing with things. Okay, so your feelings come up, the subconscious may be bringing up these fears, and they turn into anxiety, and then the body tenses against it, and then it just amplifies it, and then it becomes this big monster in front of you, and then you start to own it thinking it's you. But it's not you. It is not you. And so you'll use your mindfulness and you say, I feel that energy flowing in the wrong direction. I am experiencing it right now. I need to pause and relax my body and let it flow up and out of me. It's not mine. I don't need it anymore. So one of the things I was going to suggest, and this has a lot to do with why you became a drug addict, because self-medicating for sensitive people was oftentimes the go-to, right? Really, really sensitive people who don't understand how they're dealing with the energies of the world, you know, the big, difficult energies of the world and their own psychological development and energetic development, oftentimes go to self-medication, right? And then that becomes the problem. And right now you're challenging yourself to stay mindful, and it takes a lot of practice. We go back to that same thing we talk about practice. Here's an idea I'd like you to play with for the week.
Okay.
Can you visualize, can you draw a picture of yourself or of the feelings when it comes up? Can you turn it into an actual visual of a monster?
No.
Or a creature?
No,
Can you try?
I could,
Huh?
I can't draw. and it'll
I mean, I don't care if it's a stick figure and a circle with little like legs sticking out. Like, you know, if you drew something that was like,
see, even that does, even that, like, listen to me, I'm
even if you
fucking,
drew something like that,
yeah.
right? Okay. And the reason I'm saying that is if you can actually start to give it a physical understanding. Like, you know, you ever seen those old cartoons with the angel and the devil on the guy's shoulder, right?
Yep.
And the angel says, walk away, be good, take care of yourself. The devil goes, nah, go get it, right? It's the same idea. If you can create a visual aid for yourself to say, oh, my monster's coming. Oh, the beast is coming here, or this evil glob, or whatever it is that it is, to visualize it so that you can say, you can look it in the face and say, I don't need you right now. And you can give it compassion, and you can shrink it, and you can dismiss it with love and kindness. Right now, it's in this nebulousness of, oh, here come these big feelings and I don't know what they're attached to. It must be the chemicals in my brain. There must be something wrong with me. So your dialogue is taking it back to yourself. And then you don't know what to do with it, right? Well, how do I fix myself if I'm broken? Okay, so you can fix yourself if you're broken. You have to be willing to look at yourself differently. And you have to remove your expectations so that you can see what you have right now is perfect and beautiful. So that you can see your strength, your resiliency, the gift that you are giving to the world by going through this, how you struggle with your healing. Those are all great teaching platforms to share with people. Right. So if you can practice just this week, and I don't care how you do it, you can draw it, you can do a collage, you can you can make a sculpture, you can just draw black with eyes all over a piece of paper, you can draw purple, red, blue, you know, make it into whatever, you know, create this visual for yourself of what these feelings and fears are like for you. And then give it a name. Give it a great name. Give it a name, like, I don't care what. You can make a gibberish name. You can give it a name like Steve. I mean, I don't care. You can give it a name so that when it starts to bubble up, you can pause and you can identify it. And you can say, okay, Steve, monster thing, glob, I don't need you right now. I don't need you right now. I'm on my healing journey right now. And then you can say, okay, are you asking me for some healing right now? I'm going to send you a little light. So you'll be able to visualize giving that glob some healing light, some compassion. And what you'll actually be doing is giving it to yourself and diminish it and then send it on its way. Send it on its way.
How long is this going to take to freaking heal? Like,
how long did you take to get yourself to this place?
Too many years, but I don't want it to be that long a struggle.
Right. Well, you know what? They say that, no, they say that when you go through a breakup, when you break up out of a love relationship, let's say it was 10 years, they say it takes half the time to actually heal. So it takes 5 years to heal. Well, that's good news, right?
It is.
So if you were doing that for 17 years, well, you can look at it the same. It was a relationship that you broke up out of, right?
Totally.
So you only have half. And if you are consciously, mindfully working on it, it's going to take even half that time.
I'm just afraid of missing out on all the good things around that in the present moment. I seem to be missing out on a lot of positive things because I'm struggling with my moment. I mean, it's like, I don't want to miss out on the present. What if tomorrow ends? And here I am freaking out, and I'm just thinking, my God, there is a lot to be grateful for, and I am a lot of the time, but a lot of the time I'm
Mm-hmm.
not. A lot of the time I'm flipping out and scared and insecure and just horrible feelings, and it's I'm missing out, and I feel so upset. I feel so like I feel disappointed in myself because of that.
Right. And so all those things, disappointment, fear, whittle it down to the big operative words, disappointment and fear. So your fears are unfounded because you do have a lot around you that you are experiencing, right?
Yeah.
Right. And your disappointment's an interesting uh, emotion. It means that we kind of set ourselves up with great expectations that may or not be possible.
Yeah, yeah, true.
And then we crash ourselves because we didn't achieve some like impractical goal, right? So break it down to little goals throughout the day. What's a little goal you can have for each day? A little goal. Today, I'm going to get up and watch the sunrise, or today I'm going to sleep in. And if
Oh,
I'm sleeping in,
yeah.
I'm going to love sleeping in. I'm not going to do it and be guilty. I'm going to love it. Or today I'm going to get up and watch the sunrise. Or today I'm going to allow myself to have a cup of coffee and sit in silence. Or today I'm going to call a friend. Or today I'm going to go buy a new blouse. Or today I'm going to put on some makeup and go shopping and not buy anything. Just for the fun of it, right? Just for the fun of it. I'm going to go try on clothes and just pretend, play pretend. I mean, there's a gazillion things you can do. So make little steps, little steps. Don't decide that you have to be all healed and perfect tomorrow, because you know what? Nobody is.
But
Nobody is.
how do you suggest one quietens that voice that keeps coming, the negative voice that just keeps on knocking at my brain, like
You got to
every.
give it love, Jemima. You got to give it love.
But I'm trying with meditation. I'm trying with distancing myself as a spirit, and looking at my wounded self and hugging her and giving what she needs, and not being angry with how she dealt with things. It feels like it's all fucking pardon me, I'm sorry again, YouTube.
That's right.
It feels, I know, I'm not you, Darcy, I'm sorry to YouTube.
Oh, well, then I don't care.
I know exactly, it's like whatever.
Yeah,
I see
care.
um,
Fine. Apologize to YouTube, but not to me. Okay.
it's a term of endearment with you, my love. I feel like, I just feel like
Jemima, have you tried your sense of humor on yourself? That's why I'm really trying to tell you to turn it into a monster, a glob. And you can say, oh, here's the glob today. How you doing, glob? I really don't want to experience you right now because I'm about to go out and have fun.
Yeah, it's not that serious. That's the thing. Like, I think it's not all meant to be all that so serious. And I find like I'm sitting in a bucket of seriousness.
Sure.
Which is very me.
No, that's all part of it. That is totally a part of it. Absolutely. Your mindfulness is awesome. Your mindfulness is amazing. You're becoming self-aware. That is amazing. So bring your sense of humor in. Whoa, here we go again. Whoa. Right? Oh, here's Glob. Hi, Glob. Come on in the room. I have to experience you for the next 10 minutes. I have to experience you for the next 2 hours. Great. Have a seat. Which chair do you want? Is in this chair? Well, let me tell you what I think about you, Glob. This is what I think. And start, go ahead and acknowledge it.
And right? What about, how would you suggest when I'm with people, like just saying with my love right now, and it creeps in and my insecurity and paranoia and fear and all that stuff comes running in, how do I deal with it when they're present without removing myself and saying I'm in a moment, like I'd rather not put you through this as much as me. I mean, how does one hold their, I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I mean, that's probably one reason I've fucked up all my, pardon me again, I've messed up my relationships, but also how I haven't had a chance since I was a kid to know this, you know what I mean? It's sober. So it's how do I remove myself and say, look, I'm having, but I don't want to keep removing myself every 2 hours or every minute. I've got to learn how to be present with people around and deal with this. Like, what would you suggest?
So when you're sitting there with this person that you love,
Yeah.
and these feelings come up that are fear, it's all fear based, it's totally
it's also directed towards him.
It's what?
So it's also directed towards him, so it's not, I feel like that's not nice at all. Like, and I feel awkward and scared, and I don't want to talk about it again, because like, oh my god, eventually it does become a insult or like a fear of FM, like, it's a battle. It's a battle.
Okay, well, let's get rid of the word battle.
Okay.
What can you could replace it with and make it more positive and kinder and gentle? It's not a battle.
It's a journey.
Okay, it's a journey. So you're on this journey and you're sitting there at dinner with the one that you love, and Glob walks in the room. I'm calling it Glob right now.
I know, I love it.
It's kind of working for me. Here I have, here's Glob.
That will be the YouTube picture, I bet. It's funny.
Right. Anyway. So you're having this great dinner with your loved one, and you're thinking to yourself, isn't he great? He loves me.
Yeah.
He's so sweet. What did I do to deserve this really sweet, wonderful, kind person? What a journey he's on. How did he pick this cat out of the bag? What did I drag in there? All right. Okay. So here you are having all these thoughts, and then suddenly Glob walks in the room. Right. And then Glob walks in the room and says, be afraid. Be very afraid. This is going to go south. You're a crappy person. You don't deserve this. Right. And all these like creepy negative things come in. Definitely. Right. So why don't you introduce Glob to your loved one and say, I'm going to start identifying these big thoughts and feelings that go together. I mean, they are inconsistent. They are big. They are nasty. The thoughts bring up the feelings make the thoughts worse. They, they keep amplifying themselves. It's got a bullhorn. And for today's name is Glob, right? And I'm going to introduce you to Glob. And if I'm sitting at dinner with you, my loved one, and Glob walks in the room, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say, just so you know, person I love, Glob is here. And Glob is working my brain right now. And I don't want to leave this lovely moment that you and I are having, but Glob is trying to take over, and I'm trying to deal with Glob. Yeah. So let's take some breaths together and hold hands just for this moment.
Okay.
And
so
you can
like bring him into it as a healer part of it, because that will also make him feel like he's a part of it, but also I'm asking for him to, that's his way he can help me, because there's no way to help me, and that's what he will come in wanting to rescue me, and there's no way, but the way that can be rescue it is just to hold my hand and breathe with me for a few minutes.
And say, I'm really trying to deal with Glob right now. And
isn't it wonderful I have a partner who would be willing to do that with me and not go, get the I'm just going, yeah, okay, I'll do that, and not even worrying about going, oh no, he'll think I'm weird. Guys, I'm very fortunate, so I know it might be challenging for some people out there to do that, but do it, try it. I'm going to do it with my loved one, and he's probably going to get excited by it. Like, okay, let me talk to Bob. No, you can't talk to him, but
you can't talk to him. You got to just let me, you got to let me come down back into my body. Basically, what you're going to try to do is do your soul retrieval, Jemima. It's soul retrieval. You got to bring yourself back in, the mindful, loving, truthful part of yourself, because Glob's a big liar.
Yeah, totally.
Glob is
so on the defense with everyone and everything at all times. Like, it's on the defense continuously, and I'm missing out a lot of relationships and people who I could possibly have a friendship with, because I'm not investing right now because my life is about to change. But, I do see myself going, oh my God, could I be missing out on this really nice bond? But I'm not going to worry about that right now because the blob is too loud and I'm not staying here long term. So
Right.
I don't have the energy right now to sort of work that out. But, it's like that sort of, oh my God,
Right.
Darcy, I feel crazy sometimes. I feel like a whack job sometimes. I feel like a freaking psychotic.
I got to tell you, I don't think that is uncommon.
Yeah. I know.
I just want you to know that I don't feel that it is uncommon. I mean, the other day, I was so upset about something that happened that I had no control over. And it just put me right into victim mode. And then I had to go to work and I had to work with little kids. Oh, the wonderful thing, though, is that I can see their beauty and I can let their loving energy help me dissipate my victim person that was sitting there going, poor me, poor me, poor me. It's like these big neon lights. Poor me, poor me. Everyone's walking like a big cartoon. Look, she's a victim. Look, she's got a problem. Look, but once you're with those little kids, my choice with children is not to take it out on the defenseless, but to really love their little light little souls. And it's like they get hurt and they cry and you give them a little bit of love and they can get themselves better with a little bit of love. And you can too, Jemima. You're doing it. So I'm so proud and impressed with you. I can't tell you how strong I am telling you how strong you are. You are strong.
I don't feel like it's funny.
You're strong and you're sensitive. And those are two hard things to bring together. Yeah. Strong and sensitive, right? So, okay, so play with this idea.
My Chinese tiger and my astrological Pisces. It's like a floppy fish in water and a tiger. Get that one, guys. Like it's a little challenging sometimes. Thank God, because the tiger brings my strength with the fish sometimes. But oh my God, when it has to be an interpersonal relationship at all times, like loving each other, it can be a little bit of a battle. But anyway, but thank you for your kind words. I honorably accept them.
Oh, good. I hope so. I hope so. Sit with the idea, play with this idea, and then when you're ready, share it with your loved one. And say, I'm going to try to start identifying. And it's not to split your personality, but it's to let you know that you are more than this situation.
Right.
Jemima is not defined by her negative voices inside of her. That's not who you are. Yeah. That's simply a symptom and a response to things that have happened in your life. And we can't deny that part of you, but we can decide to look at it, see it, and kind of disarm it and diminish its hold over you. Yeah. And the only way to do that is to recognize it and to say, oh, there it is. And so I have that. Go ahead.
Just briefly, guys. I think also it's 3 years, it's 2.5, 3 years nearly that I've been in the hub, the most dramatic end towards my of the crisis I was in. And so post-traumatic is definitely sitting with me. I'm finding like the reactions I feel, like the faces I see, I'm like, whoa, my God, like the smells sometimes, it's quite amazing. So yes. I feel for anyone with post-traumatic disorder, it's a battle, but it's true, and it's hang in there. And hopefully my words and Darcy's advice and things can help heal you too. Anyway,
yeah, Darcy, let's see how you go with that, and then I'm really curious to talk to you about Glob next week.
And can I steal the name? Because it's also got a little bit of love to it. Like the Glob is not so much. I think I originally called mine the Devil, but that's such a harsh name. Like I really don't want to have that in me. You know what I mean? I don't want it. But the Glob is kind of cool. It's kind of funky. It's kind of not necessary.
Right. I mean, it can take all sorts of shapes, and that's what your thoughts do. They take all sorts of shapes, right? They can take all sorts of colors, you know, it tries to distract you, it tries to control you. And so it's going to, you know, show up the way it shows up. And I think that, okay, so there it goes. All right.
Oh, are you pulling a card?
Yeah.
Did 1,000 drop? That's pretty much exactly.
Well, I pulled a card, but I judged it. And so what happened? All the cards fell.
Oh, so you shouldn't have judged it, maybe.
So I shouldn't judge it. I don't understand it, but that doesn't mean it's not. We'll see.
Exactly. We'll see. The cards always seem to speak to us, so
we'll see what happens. So, Jemima, you're on the right track. As difficult as it is, and you're certainly blessed because you've got someone that you can call your loved one.
Yeah.
How lucky is that?
Exercises on, like, not be afraid to go, oh my God, I'll be called crazy more than I am. So yeah, thank you.
And just remember, everybody is.
Yep. Yeah.
Everybody is. Everybody has. We can get into talking about the mind maybe next week, where we talk about the two minds and how our subconscious and our conscious mind works. So I don't know why I pulled this card, but it's called Door to Value.
Okay.
Unless we're talking about self-value.
Okay.
Perhaps.
We'll see.
So this is talking about new beginnings, which is an interesting time because we're at the full moon. And in order to go into new beginnings, we have to be willing to
let things go.
Let things go. Full moon time is a time for forgiveness. So this is a great time to forgive yourself for whatever past transgressions you've done against the self. Let's look at it that way. You know, I got to forgive myself for the mistakes that I've made, you know, as well as forgiving others. But I made the mistakes, and so I can forgive myself. I'm not perfect. When was I supposed to be perfect? I missed that part.
Me too.
So this card shows a door with a gold coin on it. Opening to a place that's filled with light and bright potential. Money, coins, and jewels fly toward you through the open door, revealing a golden city beyond. Okay, that's a nice thing. And all of this points to the potential for exciting new beginnings or expansions where work or money is concerned. Perhaps a new opportunity is totally unexpected, or perhaps it's something you've been working towards for quite a while. Either way, keep your eyes open for this new beginning to appear in your life. Know that anything you value may be open to you now. There it is.
Yeah.
Remain conscious and creative and get ready to step through the door. That's exactly what you're working towards here. Exactly what you're working towards here. Stepping through the door and knowing, how do I live with, you know, and these energies that change. You know, next time we talk, let's talk about how the energy moves through the body.
Yeah, okay. Beautiful.
And how it affects our thought cycle, okay? Yeah. And so here's your affirmation. My life is opening to endless possibilities of prosperity. The river of abundance flows freely through my door, bringing me unlimited wealth. Yeah. And remember, prosperity and wealth can be wealth of the spirit,
exactly,
wealth of love, right? Exactly. I mean, it's all up.
Yeah, the abundance of life. Yeah,
all that kind of.
And the irony is too, guys, Darcy, you know, I'm like moving soon to my property, so that's another, like, it's fitting all around, you know, and that is something that I don't want to take a lot of this inner trash with me, or if I do, be able to work with it in a much better way than I am, you know, to be able to deal with it a lot better, because I don't want to taint my environment with baggage from a long time ago, you know.
No, but you got to remember to love it, forgive yourself, right? Right.
Process, I understand. I just think of the patience too. Patience is practice.
Practice and patience.
All right, guys, thank you so much again for coming. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Darcy. You're amazing. Thank you for helping me every week. You're absolutely incredible. I love you to bits. Mwah.
Thank you
Peace
for
out.
helping me too.
No
Bye,
worries.
everybody.
Bless you.